learning process on Paulo Freire's pedagogy. Pedagogy means study on education. Paulo Freire's pedagogy is also known as Pedagogy of the Oppressed, which was published in 1972. Paulo Freire was born in 1921 in Brazil in a poor family. Due to hunger and poverty, he suffered a lot in his childhood, and this suffering greatly influenced his life and led him to make a vow at the age of 11 to dedicate his life to the struggle against hunger. While sharing the life of the poor, he discovered the term culture of silence, which becomes the foundation of his pedagogy. The poor are naive and a lack of critical knowledge of themselves and of their reality. They are victims of a situation. He realizes that ignorance and lethargy of the oppressed is a direct product of economic, social, and political domination. He also realizes that the whole education system is used to promote culture of silence. He engages in a critical study of education and develops a new pedagogy. Banking concept of education. Freire considers formal education as an act of depositing in which the teacher is a depositor and students are the depositories. In the banking concept of education, knowledge is deposited in children in the same way as one deposits money into the bank. Here, the student is considered as an empty vessel that has to be filled. Freire introduces the term banking education to critique traditional teaching methods where students are viewed as passive receptacles to be filled with information. He argued for a more interactive, problem-posing approach where educators and learners co-construct knowledge through a process of inquiry and reflection. Freire's criticism of education system is beautifully contained in the following lines. First, the teacher teaches and students are taught. The teacher knows everything and the students know nothing. The teacher thinks and the students are taught about. The teacher talks and the student listens quietly. The teacher disciplined and the students are disciplined. The teacher chooses and enforces his choice and the students forced to follow. The teacher is the subject of learning process while the students are mere objects. Problem-posing education, as opposed to banking concept of education, Freire introduces a new pedagogy which he describes as problem-posing education. In problem-posing education, people develop their power to perceive critically the way they exist in the world. They start a reflection on their own situation. The teacher in this new concept of education is no longer the one who possesses knowledge which he deposits in the students, but one who helps the others come to this critical reflection. The teacher is no longer the one who teaches, but the one who also learns from the students. Conscientization. Paulo Freire developed the method of conscientization to overcome the problem of illiteracy. He used education as a tool for development, freedom, and organization. Conscientization is a process which enables people to analyze their own situation and to understand their own alienation. They must discover their individual and collective power and act towards the creation of their better future. At the core of Freire's pedagogy is the concept of conscientization, which involves raising awareness and critical consciousness among learners. He believed that education should not be a one-way transmission of knowledge, but rather a collective process where both teachers and students engage in a dialogue to explore and understand the socio-political context in which they live. Central to Freire's approach is the idea of dialogue as a tool for liberation. In the dialogical process, individuals become active participants in their own learning. questioning societal norms and structures. This process encourages critical thinking and the development of agency, empowering learners to take an active role in shaping their lives and communities. Furthermore, Freire emphasized the importance of context in education, recognizing the learning is situated within specific social, cultural and historical context. He advocated for the integration of learners' lived experiences into the educational process, making it relevant and meaningful to their lives. Freire's pedagogy has been applied in diverse educational settings globally, fostering a sense of empowerment and social justice. Critics argue that it might not be universally applicable, but its influence in shaping a more student-centered, participatory and socially aware approach to education remains undeniable. Thank you.